discussion. I say, Ivan, my phone shall say, ambulance trial. Attorney General has engaged me at odd hours to implicate Atu Forcing Richard Jakpa. Third accused. Yanko.
Yeah, I think that since I issue a buy, Nipa Bebre and a Kahonsem, and I'm not sure, sir, you're moving me very surprised about the Eco Suite because you see certain determined effort to be on the part of government. Say obey incriminate now I imprison people in the previous administration. But when it comes to honor nabaimu similar things no more accusing people nunti for the same reason people are in court no. People in his government double those activities. But the Akufo-Addo government is embodied about or make effort to prosecute these individuals. Said they all see a way, and then they bring the question of whether the government is really committed to the fight against corruption. No, and now say that particular way no any or that Ubisamea. I think the politics no more there.
Politics,
obviously, and one person they find keen say Obetimia yes sir a Jumano a Godfred dame. And this a kwanya for circumstances Emma Pamo, Madame Gloria Kufu because no said see a Jumano or yes somebody I bet me I'm manipulating the brave but this guy is a hatchet man. Akufo-Addo free so bet me you know and over the years so when the posture or a very arrogant person just like Akufo-Addo na pepe. Oh, na so who the posture in the public utterances for na very arrogant. And he's somebody free said he can be used to execute such activities. And this all where the public utterances in some or number or can say that was here that certain name be a D where the Nyasho say young one say who say or no somebody or a lawyer. I was saying attorney general no will go to the extent say all manipulating a witness in an ongoing trial. Say on common fabricated stories. Now online on perjury on him said the person has taken an oath. You know, say perjury in the court of law, where you can go to prison.
That's right.
And the attorney general is insisting, calling the witness at all hours. Don't forget, any partner you're prosecuting, attorney general and the lead the prosecution. So we are party to the case at Ekoso. So you have no rights. A court proceedings Ekoso. Witnesses and as a partner Ekoso. Oh no. We're in the room. But to be on phone calls with a person at odd hours trying to manipulate the person say or incriminate Nipana or accused person. The question that maybe someone say indeed. Say oh yeah at forcing right?
That's right.
So would you hoodie say at forcing edifo and you have evidence about incriminating her. You have no business going out there attempting to manipulate a witness, so or incriminating and only throwing good. So what I say, sir? It is only when you feel say, and some now what can be young politics, you have no substantial case. I competent enough for betting me so at their winning this particular case, and no, and more will go to that desperate attempt. I will go on a fishing expedition on the desert. Said desert, you know also.
That's right.
But where they are fishing expedition on the desert, looking for fish. That is why he's doing these things. So me, I don't feel say surprising and answer way. That is his nature. He came as a hatchet man, and you see, near my Godfred, things are all here to protect Akufo-Addo as a person and then the government, not the people, because you see. Office of Attorney General, no, I'm going pay attention to.
Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice.
Exactly. And you know, who say he's behaving like a dog on a leash. What unim dog on a cramaya de ahoma aso no kwa ukura no. Baby a obatwe no ho no oko. That is how he's behaving. His allegiance is to Akufo-Addo or ordinary buyer, but ordinary. So we are Minister of Justice and Attorney General. Your first allegiance is to the people of this country, to the constitution of this country, and before even the government, now we are part of it.
But I don't understand the vetting here because allegiance is to the president Nanado.
That is it. And as Attorney General, your allegiance can never be to the person or appointed. Because in as much as people are appointed, you are not serving the person, you are serving the people of this country. Prosecution, everything is in your hands. Now, Alaska, Ghana is a serious country, and by now. enka letter every president aba I put Godfred Dame's position on hold pending investigation.
That's
if
right.
you appreciate the sensitive nature of our judicial system, say all the organs of government in England you can play and toy around, but one of them are very sensitive. The judiciary, and Attorney General, no, one way or the other, whichever way you want to look at it, no, he has an overbearing, you're trying to say impact. Your court system, no, so
exactly.
Because on the Chief Justice and as for Nema, some of the reforms and as for a court and as for Attorney General and then the Chief Justice. So it's a one. Let me go to the extent of manipulating witnesses against people or more court now. It is not rob the integrity away from the Attorney General alone, but also seek to indict the credibility of our judicial system. And I think that it is in that particular light, and I may expect to say. And Yahoo joint statement because Asabna Papa no can it could be false allegations, it could be anything. But looking at the sensitive nature and Asabna Kokano, one go can say a real court no na or interview no can you.
But our open court.
It's on record. Court records capture. It will be on record. Say through these proceedings, no, you bet me say Attorney General attempted to manipulate as to whether it is true or not, no. Nay. So we are serious. You must do everything to clear the doubt on the minds of people. And you institute investigation into this particular matter. Now what you must see the way yet. Now what who say indeed. As some any partner can say shred of your friend say we crowd woman. Obet me Gina so anasa enim and sana am Attorney General and what na Ghana for anya hotoso wonimu Alaska asama papa kan say asama ye di ho we the wutwa bi
asama enya dance ye twa
good a p na to da edin o
territory
yeah Alaska so let us assume that admitting say asama papa no kan no sabi ayen semhunu no kan
enya no kre
yan reverse the gear back na yan hwe the trajectory Godfred Damenam so na juma kroma saying. Recently in the Sicily Park case, you saw the Rumble style or transfer or attempted to kill the matter. All can say the office of the special prosecutor and I indicate, you know, now per the investigations and as for a course, you know, or no sure special prosecutor killed the matter. It barely took few hours for the office of the special prosecutor to come out and deny say no. Young class is that's
right.
The investigation do baby who's a money laundering way no and you push my Yoko to continue the investigation. And Yoko so push bro. You killed the matter because you told Yoko said they should not proceed with the money laundering investigation. So if there is anybody or kill a matter now, I want to kill not a special prosecutor. So this is the person I can and over the years we've seen many cases I've seen for expect to say people within government and you bet me taking them on. Now young prosecutor my catcher say this is an Attorney General who is prosecuting people for willfully causing financial loss to the state. Poor people in his government are foolishly causing financial loss to the state. That's how willfully they thought that, yeah.
That's right.
But when yeah, people are foolishly causing financial loss to the state.
I try willfully.
Oh, definitely, Alaska. What's and there are enough evidence. There are enough reasons, enough basis about to make general initiative prosecution against these individuals. Because a bit of a trite conversation because you see these names have been coming up. So it be like we are just rehashing what has been said in the past. You understand? So I think that Sanyama we are daddy and Yamin but you see, Nina coming back to the same president, Alaska. So that was see Afan Honor. You see. So what's your position? I say, people around you, and I say for their loyalty, allegiance, whatever could be to the person. Yeah, you might just. But the very moment you win power, the allegiance must shift. It should be to the government. It should be to the people. It should be to the constitution of this country, not the person and his interest. And that is the shift. I got for the dame ain't me who yeah, and I don't know how old he is, but he appears a bit childish. And all your interviews are that kind of infantile orientation and as a form
serious.
So arrogant. to the extent that sometimes you don't even know what he's seeking to achieve, because for Attorney General it's a very sensitive position. People must have trust and confidence in you. People must know that you guard the state against any excesses, being financial, criminal, or whatever. You are there for the state day and night. You will protect the interests of the state. But this is a guy who doesn't care about the interests of the state. He doesn't care about anything Ghana. And then as for, because you see, most of the shady transactions and as for I cost you and Alaska didn't pass through the hands. One way or the other, the Attorney General's advice is seeking in most of the things that Akufo-Addo does.
That's right.
And they all end up to be criminal activities. Today, look at where Ghana is today. And then you will nipa be on in China, and then now no but TV is not account about judgment depth and then as for Alaska. Sometimes it's a bit frustrating when you take your time to go through some of these things, because before some of the issues are so nauseating that so one take it time you might end up saying things as sabi, because my say so we hear some of the things a pushy yesterday now when papa we have a conversation.
That's right.
Am I a cool from Nkrumah time, from your friends Buzia time, Rollins time, then as a phone you have seen the circumstances and why Ghana went into those military junctures. Now Alaska me sure say event are there the and Akufo-Addo timing you come. But the only thing is the average and the ordinary Ghanaian are a bit enlightened so far as issues of politics are concerned, and among for exercise patient because they know say what are some American so that is the kind of patience you see say Ghana for are restraining watching this nonsense koso in a manner but these people don't realize it, because you see my culture say governance in a stage you can't be there forever. Alaska when you get to the stage you make your mark and go away.
Sure.
And it is the kind of mark you make, you know, and then your name in history. I remember people always making reference to you. So if you come and you fail in that particular regard and look at the material gain, just like these people, and your safety attention, you know, from say you're guarding the state, you're protecting the state, you're guarding Ghanaians against any other things, you know. They are looking at their interest. Look at the way and manner these people have bundled six hotels belonging to Senate. Because Attorney General no new saying
that's right.
Alaska, because Senate cannot come and tell me say 6 hotels belonging to Senate have become non-profitable. So if you make that statement, it means that people you are putting in charge to manage this state are irresponsible people.
That's right.
Because you can't have 6 separate hotels and you tell people say you are not making profit. Again, they are seeking to suggest say they want a strategic investor to come and put money into their hotels.
Good.
But say when you have a hotel, that's a sell 60% stake in that hotel. You are no longer the owner. You rather become a minor investor in somebody's hotel. I don't know if you get the argument.
That's right.
Because almost say hotel or more there, they need strategic investor or this kababa near pushing efficiency into maybe hotel.
I don't know your media.
But if you say you are selling 60% stake, it means that you are rather becoming a minority investor in somebody's 60% if it's a hotel.
Exactly. So I don't know the indirect nipa no more as a hotel when
I minor investor. So nipa kasa obom you know and they put this statement out there because so we are serious. What you know is that you wait me and sell a 40% stake.
That's right.
But because I'm say your agenda, no winning your boy, now your plan is say we will capture this particular state before we go home. You know, you see, your boy and goes again. Select the statement, but I want to say, oh, when they come to hotel, we are looking for an entity with requisite experience.
That's right.
Our managerial expertise and certain knowledge in the management of hotels and as a forum of certain 9 companies and submitted bills. Alaska. Senate has been in this hotel management business for
years.
Exactly. Rock City now, all Babatono. Yes, started Rock City operations, you know. Go and check from their website. It's been 2-3 years in here and I was starting operations. So how then do you sell a hotel our experience over years and also want to be managing?
And they about 2 years, you know.
Over 2 years, you know, can manage. That this makes sense. You see, and America say nipa na omu minus are people because Bonnie show mutimi montino. They don't sit down to analyze situations and then as for before they jump into conclusions. Because when I was say when I will be our managing hotel for over 20 years, we will say due to technical inefficiency then as for only experience but obi a no be in the hotel for 2 years ago Alaska winning very interesting thing. By the time I Senate, a putu, yeah, this hotel said, I'm for bed, Mrano. Not Rock City, name me you.
Our experience with them.
No experience with them. I go so na see hotel no yen well, I saw more bottom. Now Alaska, and there sometimes why I get pissed, and sometimes I miss something the Korea Kufa do 3 soon say. Sometimes I wonder what his motivations are. Because he's a grown man and you expect a sabi. Money is not life. I mean, the money is not everything, though. But sometimes respect, dignity, and those kind of things. I know what to go. Those things has been thrown to the dogs because win him. Considering the notoriety Akufo-Addo government are gaining for family and friends, and there is a fact, enough fact to substantiate to say indeed, the family and friends can buy a Ghana for aka ho asem we obi asabi what dream mu da ha what is a brand champion a bid for that particular thing as a sensible person you just tell me Brian hey don't go there.
I'm a cabinet minister.
I'm telling you. You just pick a phone call and tell me say Brian don't go there. You know sir you already know we've gained notoriety for this. But the president didn't care. And this Brian Champon has the energy going around radio telling people say and menye non or say on your director on your beneficiary na for and sometimes I wonder the kind of you see Alaska the whole essence of education and you see a paper certificate oh. Education is a platform to train the mind. Sabe betimi agina and navigate through stormy situations circumstances and as for and be a trouble one betimi wave certain ingenuity be certain knowledge will come to bear. That is whole essence of education. It's not about paper. That is why I said, "Obi betimi nya papers in your kasa." I said, "As a your friends and yes, not here. Alaska, because you should be able to use that particular way to build yourself to the extent that with knowledge you know by your idea. To help solve problems. You don't create and complicate situation because of your technicalities and those stuff. Because whether you been a non-executive or executive whatever, at the end of the day you own the hotels. And he has admitted publicly say I own it. If you own it, whatever profit, whatever be a hotel no, just prove me wrong. You have admitted publicly say you own it. So you own it in what sense? So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, say hotel no make it profit. All the profit everything, no, it's your money.
Exactly.
It's your investment because you own it. So we talk hotel now, Alaska, a state asset and a water. And again, we could be right. And the reasons could be genuine. So okay, Brian Champon, our Sikanen as for once a we government official. So all Baba idea be say ya transparency must be key.
Exactly.
Sikana wode ba no nya free hifa because the yeti ya say Brian Champon kuku Rock City asi wo. He's a government official here adwuma. Apart from say parliament work no or yeah other work people don't know. And people are not saying say we are sika but me say good governance and leadership politics you know. I want it all actors, moral code, certain principles.
That's
you
right.
Power and duty bearers must adhere to whether you like it or not. Because conflict of interest, I can say me, it's not a criminal code. It's a moral code.
Exactly.
It's a moral code that seeks to guarantee trust and confidence public have in defense of duty bearers. So anytime be as I don't be take care free hobiano and rather make actually say what's your mind? Now what do say police for the soldier for the bomb my home as a way are. Yes. Alaska, I dear hold every government in space. Government space be a government be occupied be the only thing that fastens that government in space in that particular place, you know. I trust and confidence people put in that government. When people lose trust, it is how the TV about down now with the screw a boom. When you unscrew, the TV will come down. Exactly. It doesn't matter how heavy the TV is, it will come down. Sanity, yeah. Abra US for koto about Donald Trump's here we are no. Ordinary no can no. The American people lost trust in the political establishment. They went ahead to attack the Capitol Hill.
That's right.
America's political sanctuary was attacked for the first time in the history because people lost trust in the system. Soldier and the police were here. But nipa na oh my no, you don't see soldier and the police yo. And soldier and the police in the yenu no ye nam for you no when they have parents, they have friends, they have classmates, they have church members, and you think people will turn their guns on their friends and because when our command. So you see, nsema ye gu so aye kan nya Alaska unya power na wo tribe a esa wo tribe unya nsam na will leave an indelible imprint on the minds of people. That is why I always sit and talk to you about say Kwame Nkrumah na man for kanasem no. Kwame Nkrumah and getting the dean because he was richer.
Exactly.
Yes, you call the krom grade dan kro ni bi. But today, every textbook on politics in Africa, it doesn't matter which country you find yourself in. America, Russia, the name Nkrumah is featured. Not because he was rich, but because he left a legacy, an indelible imprint on the minds. Legacy a transcended beyond generations. And then what can be and me a leader now when I get into the space. The main is to leave a legacy, a lasting one that will leave imprint on the minds of people. People in the future will make reference to, and you forever be consigned to the good pages of our political history, not the dark pages. That's maybe a kufado dano.
92.3. I know that dark pages.
Oh, dark pages. Now, he will even wait to say Ghana political history near any dim film.